You know, if you're in the market for a new vehicle, summer is usually a great time to buy. That is, except this year. The traditional summer sales events usually start as early as Memorial Day, are a great way for dealers to sell off their inventory in time for next year's models. But you drive by your local lots and you may not see very many sale signs out there. Joining us now is Philip Reed, the senior consumer advice expert with Edmunds.com. He's joining us via Skype from California to tell us the reason why we aren't seeing those sales. Hi, Phil.
Hi, Connie.
So what is the deal on the delay of the sales in this summer season?
Well, the big problem started with the earthquake and the tsunami in Japan. As a result, not only were the manufacturers affected, but a lot of the parts manufacturers were affected as well. And this kind of sent a shockwave through the entire automotive industry. And basically, it drove down competition. We've also had a shortage of inventory for the last several years since the downturn of the economy. So all of these things created sort of a perfect storm.
Yeah, there really wasn't a lot on the lots, and there weren't a lot of cars coming in the last several months. So what has that meant for new car prices with the economics of supply and demand in play here?
Well, basically what the dealers like is lots of buyers on their lots shopping for the cars that they have. But if a lot of consumers got the message that it was not going to be a good climate for the summer, and they have stayed away, what that's done is it's driven up prices. And as a result, in some categories, you know, you're paying a lot more than you did last summer. Another factor affecting you is that there haven't been a lot of incentives offered, and those are key in car buying these days.
Yeah, we were seeing a lot of 0% financing, and we don't see those commercials right now. You know, the interesting thing also is this has affected the used car market. How so?
Well, again, because of this economy, a lot of people are thinking used because they want to economize. That is coupled with the fact that the inventories are tight, so they're looking for cars wherever they can. Used car prices have gone to historic highs right now, and that means if you're buying a new car and trading in your old car, you definitely have to check your resale value before you go near the car lot.
I would assume that the Japanese car dealers were really the ones, the automakers there, were hit the hardest. What did it mean for American auto dealers when all of this happened?
Well, you have to remember that a lot of the car parts are made in Japan and shipped to the United States. Both the shipping routes and the availability of parts has been curtailed as a result of the tsunami and earthquake. So some of the domestic manufacturers have not had the supplies that they wanted to put cars on the car lots. So that's had a problem effect there, too.
Yeah. Usually you see the big sales all the way through the season, and you really haven't this summer. But we're starting to see Chrysler, Nissan, now Toyota coming in with their sales for the summertime. The new cars roll on the lots in September, so they've got that inventory from 2011 that they're going to need to start getting rid of. Will we see some good opportunities for consumers to buy in the next 30 days or so?
Yes, we are actually already seeing some things. Chrysler has announced its summer clearance sale, and that will be 0% financing and $3,000 cash back on many of its models. So that will, of course, mean most of the Chryslers and the Dodge and some Jeeps will have those sales in effect. Nissan and Toyota haven't announced yet, but they are saying that they are going to have end of the season specials. So whereas in July, like 4th of July weekend, we had no sales at all, it looks like they're trying to make up for lost time now, and there could be some attractive offers by the end of August.
We're almost out of time, but I know our audience would want you to answer this for us. What do we do? How do we get those great deals out there now?
Well, you absolutely have to know the market. The market is fluctuating all of the time, so we recommend that you check places like Edmunds.com, true market value pricing, both for your trade-in vehicle and for the new vehicle you're thinking of, and also for incentives that are available.
All right, Philip Reed, it's so great to have you with us from Edmunds.com. Thanks for the great advice this afternoon.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you, Connie.
You got it. Hey, for more information, just go to our website, abc15.com, click on the Lifestyle tab, and you'll see all the information that Phil just talked about.